Hi, Mr. Donish. Welcome to the One World Global Conference 2026 here in Colombo, Sri Lanka. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Pleasure's all mine. Very good to meet you as well.
Can we start with a brief introduction?
Sure. So my name is DONISH. I'm based in Toronto, Canada. My company I started 22 years ago. I'm the president of the company. The name of the company is Globex Logistics Inc. Based in Toronto. It's a full-fledged freight forwarding company with focus on all over the market, but our main focus is India and China and Europe. Again, our main focus, of course, I would say, is customer. It's a very customer-centric company, and we believe customer is king. So that's in a nutshell what we do, what we provide.
Right. Of course, you living in Canada, I have to ask you this question. You sharing border with the United States, and of course, with everything that has originated from the United States, including the tariffs and whatever geopolitical stress we've been facing, what has been the impact with Canada directly? And then we'll come to the freight forwarding business.
So it has had a major impact. In fact, the tariffs has changed the pattern of how the trade moves between US and Canada. We do a lot of cross-border trucking, and we've seen that the demand has considerably reduced because of the tariffs. And this was because there were a lot of retaliatory tariffs which even Canada imposed on America.
Right.
So invariably, everything goes to the consumer, which is the shortfall of any tariffs. But we've seen trade go down. And that's the reason why our Prime Minister now he's been going around the world trying to increase business with other countries. In fact, he's tied up. He did an economic deal with India. Both the prime ministers met, and I think it's to the tune of I guess $70 billion over the next 4 years.
Wow.
And the same tie-up he's done with countries in Europe, and he's doing it all over the world, trying to reduce our dependency on US as a major trade partner, which I would say would take time, but at least there's a vision,
Right.
which was not there till now.
Yeah. So two things on this. Number one, don't you think that this is very retaliatory for the United States, because then they're losing a lot of market for themselves? Number one. Number two, now that these new markets are opening up for Canada and for any other country, as a matter of fact, how are you as a freight forwarder planning on capturing that?
So it definitely has affected the US market. And if you see, there's a lot of US companies who have closed down, right? But I don't know how much of that is affected the political situation, because end of the day, it's politics which is deciding over what needs to be done in terms of tariffs, right? It's not the economy which is deciding that.
Right.
Which is a differentiating factor. So we've seen, I'm sure the consumers in America has been affected as well, because end of the day, tariffs affects the consumer no matter what, right? Because
Right.
no company will take over the tariffs in their profits. They have to pass it on to the customer, right? So they will not eat into it. And the second question was that how it's going to benefit us for sure, because now we are trying, even me as such, we are trying to put more emphasis and more sales and more marketing and more focus towards international markets.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, which is the reason why I'm in all these conferences I attend. I meet such wonderful people. We do business together, and the vision what our Prime Minister has is what we are standing by and trying to see if we can grow that. So if we start doing tie-ups now, when the actual business starts rolling, it'll be much easier for us.
Right.
And that's exactly what we're doing here.
Any particular markets that you as a freight forwarder are keeping an eye on?
So Canada is more of an importing country. The export portion of it is more into break bulk. It's also into lentils. There are a lot of big markets where there are big players involved, right? So for me as a small to medium sized forwarder, we are focusing more on imports, we are focusing more on the new markets, what the Prime Minister is targeting. So to say that I'm seeing a lot of more business from India, which would be two ways, because there will be exports as well. There's some good deals signed up. China, for that matter, we've got BYD coming into Canada.
Wow.
Of course, again, BYD has their own vessels, they have their own freight forwarding company, they have their own logistics and a supply chain, which for us, for a small forwarder like me, wouldn't matter. But there are the extra portions of it, which are let's say automobile parts or whatever is needed, will eventually end up moving, which will help a freight forwarder like us to do more bookings.
Right.
So China, India, Europe, I think this is the main focus for me for right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you put it out there yourself very correctly. But with all of this disruption happening, so like now that it's been 6 to 8 months, do you see it going back to normal or no?
So in fact, right now as we are talking, the CUSMA deal is being renegotiated, which used to be NAFTA earlier. I don't know if you know, it's the North American Free Trade Agreement between US, Canada, Mexico. So that's been renegotiated, and depending on how the renegotiations happen, that will decide the future of the trade between US and Canada, or US, Canada, Mexico, right? And now, earlier it was a common deal, but from what I'm hearing is it's going to be a separate deal for US and Canada and a separate deal for US and Mexico.
Right.
Apart from this, Canada is also focusing to do direct deals with Mexico, which is again a game changer for everyone. I think it'll take a matter of time. Even the CUSMA deal, the negotiations goes on for 3 to 6 months. So by the time it's finished, only after that we'll come to know what the impact is.
Yeah.
So
it's not going back to normal anytime soon.
I don't think it'll be back to normal anytime soon. Even if it's back to normal, from what I see, the new trade deals which are being signed, that will continue moving. We're not going to be, I hope, we are not dependent only on America for all our trade and all our business.
Yeah.
That's a game change we need to incorporate now, so that the next generation or even businesses 5 years, 10 years down the line have more avenues to generate business from.
Right. So opening yourself up to new markets.
Definitely.
Which is what, why conferences like this are so important.
Exactly. Because you talk to other people, you understand what their needs are. You also understand what else is happening in the world. Yeah. Well, news is a good channel to understand, but unless and until you meet people face to face up front, there's much more which goes on beyond news channels, which you come to know face to face when you talk to a person.
I mean, what is really normal in the freight forwarding industry if not disruption and changes? No?
I agree. We've gone through it. We've gone through COVID. We've gone through the wars. And again, as Mr. Bartel was saying, this is going to be the new normal. You have to live with it. There will be disruptions. There would be problems. And that's what logistics is all about.
Right. And after COVID and now after this, definitely what is the new normal really?
There's no new, this is you have to adapt to it. You have to sustain whatever comes your way. Just face it.
Right. So any suggestion you have for the next destination for the One World Conference?
I would say Canada. But again, I would prefer everyone comes to my home country.
Yeah.
Not my home country, but my second home country. I'm a full Indian by heart, but I think that's going to be difficult for a lot of people, especially people traveling from Asia.
Also because it's like super cold there. So
no, but summer is going to be fun. But I would prefer Europe would be a good option. That's what everyone was talking about, because it would be central for everyone. Right. So less flights. Don't have to take multiple flights to reach a destination.
Right.
Although Colombo is a beautiful place. This is the first time I'm here, and I'm so far so good. I'm loving it.
Great. So, any message you have for the fellow One World Network partners, members?
You guys are doing a fabulous job. So you're just improving every time I meet you, every time I see you. So you're getting better and better. So I think we got to learn from you guys. So I appreciate what you're doing. That's all.
Great. we can end it there.